Welcome to Smart Forum Builder. My name is Veena Prashant. Great to see you here. Today, I'm going to show you how you can increase your community engagement using gamification. SOP has great integration with a free gamification plugin called GamiPress. And using this integration, you will be able to configure different events, different activities that will result in users getting points, badges, and moving up levels, ranks in your community site. It's amazing how these two integrate. So I'll take you behind the scenes to show you how you can set up an amazing gamification experience, a gamified experience for your community site and keep your members engaged. If you create a gamified experience where members will be rewarded for their actions in your community site, it will result in increased engagement. That's what I'm going to show you now, how you can reward your members for their action. For example, you can give them points for comments. You can give them points for creating new content, user-generated content, topics. You can give them points for engaging with other members. You can give them points for helping other members. You can give them points for completing their profile. There are so many different actions, activities, member activities in your community site. You can decide how you want to manage your points system. What activities will result in them getting points? What activities or what set of activities will result in them getting badges? What set of activities will result in them moving up a level? What levels do you want to create? What ranks do you want to create in your community site? And how many points will people need to get to a certain level? Or what set of activities they need to complete in order to reach a certain level? So all of those rules, right? Once you're clear about how you want to create your gamified experience, how you want to reward your members for their actions, this is going to be amazing. Will definitely result in increased community engagement. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this using GamiPress and SFB and the options we have now. And we are going to keep making this better. We are going to add even more options that will give you even more control as to how you want to manage your gamified community experience. Let me take you to the back end where I'll explain to you some of the GamiPress concepts. So it's clear to you like how you can manage your points, badges, and ranks. Then I'll show you how you can integrate SFB with GamiPress for an amazing gamified experience for your community. Let's dive in. So there are three main concepts that you need to understand in order to use GamiPress and also integrate it with SFB. Number one, points. What is a point? Points are fundamental gamification element that can be earned by users if they perform specific actions. What actions do they need to complete in order to earn points? You can decide that for your site. So first thing is you'll have to define different types of points. Think of it as categories. You can create different categories of points. You could create something simple called credits, for example. Just call it credits. No matter how they get the points, you can just assign it to the same bucket called credits. Or you can create different types of points. So you can say engagement points, for example. You can say achievement points. You can say reward points. You can decide what are the different categories of points users can earn based on different activities in that category. So on the side, as you can see, I have a simple thing. I have just created something called points. All the activities they do in my community site, they are awarded points for different types of activity. You can define different automatic ways in which your users, your community members can earn points. All right. Second thing is achievements. You can create different types of achievements. What is an achievement? Achievements are like badges that users can earn by completing certain activities, set of activities, or reaching certain milestone. You can decide what that is for you, right? As part of your community rules, you can decide what users have to do in order to earn a specific badge. You can create different types of achievements, different types of badges, all right? Just like points, you can say this is an engagement badge. This is an achievement badge, right? They are completing or they have accomplished certain things. That's why they're getting this badge. Or they're very engaged in my community site and they have done all of these things, which is why I want to give them this badge. You can decide different types of badges you want to create and award because as a reward for being active in your community site or being engaged or completing actions that you want them to complete. So achievements are milestone or badges that users can earn by completing certain tasks or reaching specific goals. All right. So you can decide what you want them to do in order to earn that badge, in order to motivate and reward user engagement. Let's talk about ranks. Ranks are like levels. So you can create ranks or levels that users can attain based on their accumulated points or based on achievements. For example, you can create different types of ranks such as beginner, intermediate, advanced, right? So you can create different types of ranks. And then you can decide what users need to do in order to reach that level. You can say they have to have at least 500 points by doing different things, different activities, and until then, they will be in the beginner level. That's the starting level. So you can decide the first level, which is the beginner level. And in order to get to the next level, which is the intermediate level, they need to have this many points. And you can say, in order to get to the advanced level, they need to have 2000 points. So you can decide how many points they need to have in order to get to that next level. They can unlock levels using points. That's one way to unlock levels. You can also say they can unlock access to the next level by achieving stuff in my site and what achievement that you can decide, right? So based on achievements, you can allow them to get to the next level. You can say they have to complete all of these things and in this order in order to get to the next level. So they have to have at least 20 different posts. They have to have commented 100 times, or they have to do this, right? Or replied on other people's comments. You can decide what you want them to do, and that will show you that they are an engaged member, and that will result in them getting that badge. And once they have those badges, they can unlock access to levels based on achievements. So there are different ways you can do it. GamiPress is very flexible in terms of different ways you can do it. All right. Now that you understand the concept, points, achievements, and levels, let me show you a simple setup I have on this site. And I would recommend start simple, keep it simple initially. Don't create too many types, too many levels, too many badges, because it's going to get complicated. If you don't understand the basic concept first and you try to implement advanced stuff, is going to it won't be easy for you to manage this. So start simple and create 3 4 different levels and 3 4 different badges initially. Create one simple point bucket, assign everything to that same points bucket, and later on you can update it. So let me show you how I have set this up on this site. So first I want to show you this. You can see here this is one of my test sites, and I have added a forum called rewards. And what I have done here is I have inserted GamiPress shortcodes. I'll show you in the back end how I have set this up, but you can see here your points. They can see the points that they have. This is for the logged in member. They can see the total number of points they have. I have also added this shortcode from GamiPress where they can see how they can earn more points, different ways they can earn more points. This is a shortcode. GamiPress knows the different configuration, different things you have configured in the backend. So it can show them that. And so I have inserted the shortcode here, and it shows them all the different ways they can earn points. I also have this shortcode where they can see their current level and the level that they can go to next. They will find that here. You can see this is the new level requirement. They need to add a topic or post 5 times. This is a level they have already completed. You can see it says profile completion, leave a comment. That's the level. And this is the level, these 2 levels they have already completed. This is the next level they can get to, right? So this will help you show your members what they have done and all the other things that they can do to get to the next level, to earn more badges. See here, I have added how to earn badges. And this is another shortcode from GamiPress. The thing that we have done in SLB is we have updated the style, the CSS, so it looks nice. Otherwise, if you use the default shortcode that GamiPress gives you, it's not going to look good. So we have updated the style and it looks awesome, as you can see, right? They will find all the badges they have earned and also the ones they have not earned yet. Like this one, they have not earned yet. You can see this one is crossed out. They have completed that action, but they have not completed this one. And so the next one here, you can see your achievement showcase, points, badges, and levels. This is like the history. It shows them everything that they have done in your site and all the activities that has allowed them to earn points, badges, and move up levels. You can see this is the one I'm using. I have created a forum here. And all I have done here is I have inserted all these shortcodes right here. So users will find this rewards page in my community site, and that will allow them to understand like how many points they have, how they can get more points, how they can get to the next level, how they can earn more badges. So I have all of these shortcodes from GamiPress right here. And as I mentioned, we have updated the CSS. So it looks pretty nice in the front end. All right. So these are the shortcodes I'm using, and we'll add documentation in SOB in case you want to use the same ones as what I have here on this site. One more thing I want to show you, and then I'll take you to the backend. This one is the profile page. This is where your users will find badges menu right here, a tab called badges, and there they will find points that they have earned, achievements. You can see here, it will show them everything that they have achieved, and ones that they have not achieved will also show up here. If they have achieved it, when they click on show details, it will show this as, striked out, which means they have already done it. And these are the people who have already earned it, right? So it'll show them everyone who has earned it. Also, they have gotten this badge and this one. They have not yet gotten this badge because they have not completed this step, awarded for making at least 5 posts, right? So you can add as many badges as you want. You can see here the badges that they get. It's going to show up here next to the profile image. It's going to show up, show all the badges they have gotten. And this is the level, right? This is the image for level. So this will show what level they are at. And also when they comment on someone's post, it's going to show the level they are at. You can see here, this is the points types. And I only have one here. You can click on add new to add as many as you want. I have just created one bucket. Let me edit this and show you what I have done here. You can see you can give it a name, slug, engagement credits, and you can call it credits, just simple credits if you want, or you can create as many types of points you want. I just have one. And this is just a test site, and I just want to show you how I have set this up. So now you can decide what users have to do in order to earn points. You can see automatic points awards. So let me show you what are the activities for which you can give points using GamiPress and SFP. So when users add a new topic, you can give them points. Or you can say only if users add a new post in a specific forum, they will earn points. And also you can say when users activate accounts, which means if you have enabled double opt-in, users have signed up, but they have not yet activated their account, then they don't get points. But if they activate it, you can give them points. And what you can also do is create a page on your site where you can describe the rules and say, these are the different things you can do in order to earn points. You can also enable voting feature for your topics, for your posts, for your comments. And when users receive an upvote for their comment, for their post, you can give them points. So you can do that too. When users receive likes or upvotes on comments or posts, you can say they will get a point if they receive a like. They will get a point if they receive an upvote. When users just receive likes on their post or comments. So you can decide different category, right? So these are the different actions that will result in them getting points as long as you want that, right? Just because all of this is possible doesn't mean that you want to do it, right? So you can decide specific activities for which you want to give points. So those are the things you're going to set up here under automatic point awards in GamiPress. All right, so you can see it says like other people's posts and comments. If they're active, they're going to do this, right? So you know that they're active because they're liking other people's posts and comments, and you can give them a point for that. Upvote other people's posts and comments, leaving a comment in a specific forum, receive comments on posts. If they receive a comment, which means they have created a post that people are engaging with, so you want to give them a point for that. If they complete their profile, if they receive a downvote also, if you want to give them a point, you can. If they share your content on social, share your community on social, you want to give them points, you can do that, all right? So these are the different actions currently that SLB integrates with GamiPress, and you can give them points for these, and we'll add more. We have a membership plugin DApp. We'll also integrate DApp with GamiPress, where you can also say if they complete the course, they'll get point. If they complete lessons, they'll get points. So you can also give them points for that. In a future update, we'll do it. But currently, you can directly integrate SLB with GamiPress and give them points for community action, things they do to show they are engaged in your community site. Here you can see what I have done is I have added all of these different activities for which I want to give them points. I've added several. You can add new point awards. You can add as many as you want. There's no limit, right? You can say these are the different things they can do in order to earn points, all right? And so here I have added several. Here, the first one I have added, it says ask a question and earn a credit. So first, let me show you how to do this, right? So then I'll show you what I have done. Click on add new points. Then you can say when will they get the point? What do they have to do in order to earn points? So first look for Smart Forum Builder. See right here. Now you can see all the activities under SFP. Then you can select the one, right? Say that you want to give a point if they add a topic in a specific forum. So you can select that. So which forum, right? So you can see this shows all the forums that SFP has because of the integration between GamiPress and SFP. It'll show you all the forums that you have in SFP. Let's say if they ask you a question in the Ask Questions, you want to give them a point. So if they add a topic in the Ask Questions forum, you want to give them a point. How many points, right? On 1 point, 2 points, how many? And is it unlimited number of times? Do they only earn this one time they do it, or as many questions as they ask? Or do you want to give them a point every time they ask a question? All these rules you can set up here, right? I'm just going to leave it as 1 point every time, unlimited, right? Every time they ask a question, they'll get a point. So they will earn 1 point. And label. You can leave the label empty because when you save it, right, it will automatically populate this label and then you can update it if you want. So leave the label empty initially. URL. What do you want to connect this to? So because you're saying add topics to a forum, ask questions. You can enter the URL of your ask questions forum here so that it connects to it if you want, or you can just leave it empty. But if you want to make it easier for user to go to that a forum directly so they can ask a question and earn points. You can also connect it to a URL. All right. Once you have done this, right, click on save. And what it will do is it will add this. See here, 1 engagement credits for forum ask questions 1 time. See, add topic. So it has added this. Users are going to get point for this. And this is the label, 1 engagement credit. But now you can update. So you can say what will result in them getting points. And you can also link it to your ask questions forum if you want. All right. Then you can save it and make sure that there is an update button right here at the top. Be sure to update this for it to take effect. All right. Be sure to update this as well. Okay. So now they're going to get a point for doing that. So you can see that's how I did all of these. Ask question, earn a credit. So I have selected different activities. If they add a topic in the ask questions, they'll get a point. If they add a topic in testimonial, which means they have left a testimonial in the testimonials forum, I'm giving them a point for that. And you can decide how many points. Introduce yourself. If they introduce themselves in the introduction forum, I want to give them a point. See here, as add topic in a specific forum. So you got to encourage them based on things that are important to you. What are the things you want them to do? And then you incentivize them with points for doing that, right? So that's what I have done. And similarly, receive an upvote and receive likes or comments. And if they leave a comment, then they can earn credits. If they leave a comment on any post, I want to give them points. If they leave a comment in a specific forum, I want to give them points. So you can decide, I don't want to give them points for every place they leave a comment on. I want to give them points only for specific forums because I want to encourage them to be active in those forums. So you can decide, for example, if they leave a comment in the share your wins, if my members are sharing their win and other members go and encourage them by leaving a comment there, I want to reward them by giving a point. So you can do all this, right? So that's what I have done. If they leave a comment in the share your wins forum, I want to give them a point. All right. So you can decide what are the different things they can do in order to earn points. And that's what I have done here. Once you have done this, the next thing is achievement. And remember to save the points and also update to save it. All right. So achievement types. So now we are going to create different achievement types. Like I said, you can create as many achievement types as you want. In my case, I have kept it simple. I have created just one called badge. All right. You can see here, I'm just calling it badge. They're going to be earning badges. If you want to create different achievement types, you can do that. But I have kept it simple. So once you create your achievement type here, you can see this menu item will open up right here called achievements at the top, right? This is outside of GamiPress, but it will only open up if you have added an achievement type. So I have added an achievement type called badge. That's why it's showing me this achievements. So let me click on this and show you what I have done here. So these are the badges I have created. You can see newcomer badge, conversation starter badge, and then frequent contributor badge and community MVP badge. This is the highest one. And you can decide, what rules you want to set for each one of these. And when they meet those rules, when they meet the criteria, they're going to get that badge, right? So let me show you this first one, newcomer achievement. So here you can set up rules as to what they have to do to earn a new badge, right? So you can click on add a new badge and you can do that. Let me edit this one and show you what I have done. All right, so this is the badge and you can give it a name. This is the description. Do you want to award points when they get a badge? I have not done that, right? So they don't get a point for getting a badge. If you want to also give them points when they get a badge, you can do that here. So you can decide what they have to do to earn the badge. Do they have to complete a series of steps? Do they have to reach a certain number of points? Do they have to reach a rank? So you can decide that, all right? I'm using the default here, completing the steps, congratulations text. You can enter the text that you want them to see after they earn a badge. Currently, we don't do anything with this one, but in a future update, we will display this message in SOP, inside the SOP forum. We'll see if that's possible through the integration with GamiPress, but currently this message is not used. All right, maximum earnings per user. I have just used the default settings here. You don't have to do anything here. All right, let me go down here and show you how to set up the required steps. So this is the one you need to set up. All right, so I have set up the step already, but you can click on add new step. When you're creating a new badge, click on add new step and define your steps. You can add multiple steps. So here you can see they will get this newcomer badge award if they add an introduction post introducing themselves in the introductions forum. So once they introduce themselves, they get this badge, right? Once they have earned the badge, it's going to show up in their profile. Let me show you this. See here, this is the profile page. And once they earn the badge, right, it's going to show all the badges they have earned right here. And the thing you have to do, right, when you add a step is when do they get the badge? There you can look for Smart Forum Builder, search for Smart Forum Builder. It's going to show all the Smart Forum Builder rules. And you can say when they add a new topic. So you can say add topic in a specific forum. That's what I have selected here. add a topic in a specific forum, which in the introduction forum, I want them to introduce themselves. So as long as they add a new post in the introductions forum introducing themselves, I want to give them this badge. That's it. They don't have to do anything else. There's just one step, just one thing they have to do. And that's up to you, like how you do it. Let me show you another one here. All right. Conversation starter badge. What do they have to do to get it? And the other thing I forgot to tell you is like, remember to like add an image for each one of your badges, for your levels and stuff like that. It's going to show up in the front end for points. Just add an image. Right here, you can see badge image. So upload an image for your badge. And if you go down here, this is the most important thing, like what are the steps? What do they have to do in order to earn the badge? So in this case, for this badge, the conversation starter badge, they have to do a bunch of things, two things right here. See, here they just have to add like new topic, new post in any forum on my site, as long as they have done that at least 3 times. And they have also left a comment at least 3 times. Doesn't matter in which forum and where they have left the comment, as long as they have done that, they get this badge. So 3 times of this, 3 times. You can update this, right? You can decide what you want. And again, select Smart Forum, look for Smart Forum and look for an action under Smart Forum. And this is how you can set up your badges. So the last thing I want to show you is ranks. So you see here the ranks that's showing up outside of GamiPress. It's not going to show initially. For it to show up, you got to go to GamiPress and you got to go to rank types and create a rank type. You can create as many rank types as you want. I have just created one. I'm calling it level. So you can create different types, different categories of ranks if you want. I just have one per level, and under level, I have different levels like newcomer level, beginner level, intermediate level, right? So you can add all that under level. So you don't really have to create multiple rank types unless you want to, right? So I like to keep things simple. So I have just one called level. Let me edit this and you will see. That's it. All right. Just define it. Just give it a name and a slug. That's it. And now when you do that, right, and when you save it, when you create a rank type, initially there won't be anything, but when you add one and when you save it, it's going to show up ranks right here as a menu item right here. So click on ranks and it's going to bring you to this page where you can define your ranks. I have not uploaded any image here, so it's not showing anything, but I have 4 ranks here: newcomer, contributor, engaged member, and community leader. Make sure that you assign the right priority. Priority is like the level number, right? So this is level 1, this is level 2, level 3, level 4. If you don't do it, then it's not going to work right. So newcomer, right? This one is the default level. Anyone who joins your site will have that default level. So the first level that you create is the default level, will become the default level, right? Priority 1 will be the default level. So you can see I've just given it a name, description. There's nothing here. And rank requirement, there's nothing. There's no requirement because anyone who joins the site, they will get this default level. They start at that rank. They start at that level. Everyone starts at this level. There are no rules. You don't have to do anything. But for the next one that you create after the first one, right? Let's say this one, contributor. Let me edit this and show you what I've done there. Here you can see name, description. I have not added anything here. So I have said here they have to complete their profile. They have to leave a comment 2 times. They have to like other posts and comments at least 2 times to get to the next level. As long as you're using SFP, you're using GamiPress, and you want to gamify your community site, you can do this just like I showed you. Let me show you how you can test this. So here I'm logged in as a new user. You can register a new account for testing purposes, and then you can go to your community site, your dashboard, and that's where I am right now. And I'm going to click on rewards to show you what a new user is going to see here. You can see here 0 points because they have just started here. You can see here it shows different ways they can earn points. So here the first one is ask question and earn a credit. So here I have connected it, the point that I have set up in the backend, this role, I have connected it to a URL, which is why it's a hyperlink. So when they click on it, they can go to the ask question forum and they can ask a question there and they will earn a point. So let's do that, right? So I'm going to go there. I'm going to ask a question right here. I'm just going to create a test post here. Done. Let's go ahead and the rewards page now. See here, I got 1 point now, right? I have 1 point because I asked a question. So users are going to see the points increase as they do all the things you want them to do. The next one is your current rank and next rank. Current rank, newcomer. So they are at this level. They can get to the next level, which is the contributor level. To do that, they need to do all of these things, which is complete their profile, leave a comment, like other posts and comments at least 2 times. When they do that, they will move up a level. So how do they complete their profile? They can go to the profile page right here and you can update this instruction. So it's more descriptive. So you can let them know how they can do it. You can also hyperlink it if you want right here. So you can see currently it says profile completion status. They need to upload the profile image. They need to update their location and profile bio. So they can edit the profile and take those actions. So once they do that, that'll be step number 1 of reaching this level. But they still have to do 2 more things because there are 3 requirements to get to this level. So this is how you can encourage your users, make the rules clear. And because the rewards thing that you see here, right, this is a page in WordPress, you can add additional instructions here. So you can add additional text if you want to make it clear like what they have to do. So here you can see under how to earn badges section, they can see all the different badges that they can earn and what they have to do to earn the badges. And this one is hyperlinked to the introductions forum because this one is based on them adding an introduction post in the introduction forums. That's my rule in the backend. So they can click on it, add an introduction post. And when they come back here to the rewards page, this time it will say you already have this badge and it's going to show up in their profile, right? So this is how they can earn different badges. You can add as many badges as you want right here. And the steps like what they have to do to earn the badge is going to show up. This is how it works. SFB is the best community plugin for WordPress. It is so versatile. There's so many different things you can do with it. And GamiPress is an awesome gamification plugin. It's a very powerful gamification plugin. And the combination of SFB and GamiPress will allow you to create a fully gamified community site. This is what we already have. There is a whole bunch of stuff you can already do, but we are going to keep improving it. We're going to keep making it better. Thank you so much for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so already. I'll be back here soon with more. Have a great day. Bye for now.